What's up, everybody? It is the Best Buy Kids Move, and I'm back with another quick video. And I probably shouldn't say quick because I don't know how long this video is going to be, but today I want to talk about Xbox Developer Direct. And this is something Xbox has been doing consistently over the last 2 years, and I think they're successful, like pre-shows before their big show. The first one was 2023, which featured I want to say Redfall, Minecraft Legends, Hi-Fi Rush, which was a surprise game, and I think one of the Age of Empires game, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, and I believe they also had like a third-party game there as well. Same thing with last year, which featured Avowed, Indiana Jones. There was I'm sorry. The year before that also had Forza. My bad. For 2023. It was Redfall, Minecraft Legends, Forza, and Hi-Fi Rush. And then I think there was I think one of those Xbox global publishing games. 2024 had Avowed, Indiana Jones, Hellblade 2, a game from Square Enix. I forget what it is, and I believe. I think Age of Mythology or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong there. I'm tweaking on the fifth game. Now, this year's interesting because this year Xbox got some bangers. Not like the previous years they didn't have bangers. But what they've been historically doing is they'll give you like major first party games that's coming out this year. But they typically save the banger, the marquee title for the showcase in 2020 for the summer showcase. For 2023, Starfield closed the summer showcase. It didn't have a developer direct, but it had its own direct at the summer showcase. Last year, Black Ops 6 wasn't a part of the developers direct, but it had its own developer direct after the Xbox game showcase. Both successful. The massive numbers, and those games were ultimately the biggest games for them in those respective years. Now, this year, Call of Duty obviously is still expected to be the biggest game, but I think it's going to be something a little different in terms of how they treat the showcase. So the Xbox Developer Direct, I personally believe that there will be 6 games shown opposed to the typical 5, but they still will visit 5 studios. And of those studios, obviously 4 of them will be their in-house first party, either Bethesda, Activision, Xbox Game Studios, and then 1 third-party partner. Last year was Square Enix. The year before that, I think it was I forget who it was. The year before that, but just to get it out the way, right? I do believe that the third party or the second party studio that will be there will be Rebellion Games, and Rebellion Games will be showcasing Adamfall. I think Adamfall is like one of the bigger games, or one of those games coming into Game Pass that's like, hey, I think it's slightly sliding under the radar, but I think they'll have a good detailed showing. They'll visit the studio there, and they'll give us more of Adamfall, but I think Adamfall is going to be essentially a pretty big game for Game Pass, and I think they want to showcase that there at the showcase. And I wouldn't be surprised if Adamfall is that third-party representation at the Xbox Developer Direct. Now, for first-party, though, I do believe that Obsidian will be back, of course, because Obsidian is releasing 2 games this year. Now, last year they were there with Avowed. Avowed, unfortunately, got delayed out of 2024, and it's coming out in February. We know that Xbox Developer Direct typically does their showcases in January. So because the game's going to be right around the corner, I do expect Avowed to be there, but not have a full blown. I think it will be a shared showcase. between, obviously they're gonna show, like, just to remind everybody, Avowed, they're gonna do one more, trailer, like the Going Gold trailer or so like that. They'll show one more trailer of Avowed, some more gameplay of it, talk a little bit about it. Maybe they confirm a performance mode for the Xbox Series X consoles available at launch. They still have to show off, naturally, the third person the third person gameplay. I think in preview, I think we saw it in previews. I believe they were showing off in previews, but they, obviously where they control the narrative, we want them to show off the third person action portion. And then the release date's already live, is February 18th. There's 5-day early access on Avowed. So I do believe that they do come back, they spend maybe 5 to 7 minutes on Avowed and maybe confirm a performance mode. And that's just me wishing, but I think the majority of Obsidian showing will be for Outer Worlds 2, which was just revealed in December. They confirmed it's coming out this year. They won't give a solid release date. But we'll find out the release is sometime, I want to say fall 2025 or late summer. I think Outer Worlds 2 is like probably slated for like a September release, honestly. I can see that potentially happening. And then the next game I think that will also be at the Xbox Developers Direct is South of Midnight. Now, South of Midnight have been showcase ever since its debut, I think at last year's E3 and or their summer game showcase. And then they had the documentary that dropped, I want to say, a couple months ago. They've been sharing gameplay snippets. They showed off combat, they showed off traversing. They just been sharing beats. They introduced like the actors who are playing some of the characters. In a game, every time it's shown, it just looks awesome. So I anticipate South of Midnight to be there, definitely to be there at this developer direct, and I do expect we get a release date. I'm personally expecting, considering you got Avowed in February, I'm expecting South of Midnight to be a March, April release, and I do think we get a release date, a solid release date for South of Midnight. There's been a lot of rumors about Elder Scrolls Oblivion remake. If it's coming out when we think it's coming out, and they think it's like a summer 2025 game, they already said some studio is working on it in collaboration with Bethesda. If this is the true, I do expect that to be one of the definitely one of the games there, and I expect this game to look good. They show off a lot of like comparisons. I expect this to be a June release, and I think they give us a release date with this. Looking forward to that. I think so. Right now we got Atomfall, Avowed, and Outer Worlds 2, South of Midnight, Oblivion, right? Sixth game, I believe, in the sixth studio that in the fifth studio, I think they showcase at Xbox Developer Direct is Doom: The Dark Ages. This is an Xbox game Studios Bethesda game. Yes, it's multi-plat along with the Outer Worlds. But this is a big game. This is long. This is long awaited. It's anticipated. They're going to have a deep dive. It's due for a deep dive. A lot of people said this game was a further along than we thought. So we'll see it here. I believe that would be more so the final game that is shown is Doom: The Dark Ages. And I think we also get a release date as well. I think for all the games that are shown, we will get a release date for 5 out of the 6 games. I think only game that gets a release window is the Outer Worlds 2. But I think Doom the Dark Ages will have a release date. I think South of Midnight will have a release date. Avowed obviously already have an existing release date. Atom Fall, and that's just my third party guess. I expect to be there, and I think that game already has a release date for some time in March, if I'm not mistaken. And that's coming to Game Pass. Now, you guys might notice, and in Oblivion, I think we'll have a release date to remake. I think they're close enough to be able to put a firm release date for that as well. Now, you guys are saying, hey, Smooth, what about the biggest game? The biggest game Xbox is dropping. I was not named Call of Duty. Fable. I think Fable is the marquee game this year. I like it is what it is. That is the game. You know, Call of Duty is going to do what Call of Duty does, but Fable is the Xbox IP. This is Xbox's Halo. This is Xbox's Gears of War, pretty much due this year, and it's due this fall. I don't think Fable shows up at the developer direct. I do think they will confirm that Fable. I think Playgrounds will have a snippet and confirm that, hey, you know, they will be showing Fable at the Xbox Game Showcase in the summer for their own developer direct that will be taking place. They'll either confirm that at the developers direct or they'll confirm it at some point, maybe when they announce the summer showcase, probably in I think in May, late May. I forget when they typically announce the summer showcase. I don't know if they do it a month in advance or if they do it like maybe 3 weeks in advance. When they do that, but I do think Fable is going to close the show with its own direct. I think Call of Duty, they might do something, even it will be a part of the summer showcase. I don't think it will close again. I think it'll probably open Xbox's showcase, and then they'll close with Fable in its own developer direct deep dives. But technically, what Xbox has been doing when they close out their summer showcase with a game with the direct, like with Starfield, those games still are a part of the show in some capacity. It'll just be like a small, you know, trailer, and then it's shown again as a, you know, their deep dive, which has been going pretty well. So I'm looking forward to the Xbox Developers Direct. I think we will get, honestly, I'm going to go ahead and say that we get the Xbox Developer Direct Xbox Wire posting on, you know, January 6th, which is Monday, or January 7th. And I think it will be, I forget what day these directs go live. I don't know if they go live on a Thursday or if they go on a Sunday. I forget, man. I think they go live in the middle of the week, but I'm going to say the direct is going to be somewhere between the 20th and the 20th and the 24th of January. But I do think we get the announcement, the Xbox Wire posting, by Monday or Tuesday of next week, January 6th or January 7th. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What are you looking forward to seeing? What games you hope are going to be at the Xbox Direct? A lot of every game I mentioned, there are no surprises. A lot of people, you know, want surprises. I've seen things where people, you know, anticipate Clockwork Revolution to be there. That would be awesome if they, you know, did that. Contraband and stuff like that. I think Clockwork Revolution and Contraband and even State of Decay 3 will return this summer at the showcase with target release dates for next year in the summer. But Xbox is smacking this year. There's enough content for Xbox this year for stuff that I think is going to be at the developer direct, for things that are rumored to come out that I don't know about. I feel like there's enough content from Xbox to release a decent amount of games that are just straight up regular multi-plats, and to release a decent amount of games that are just Xbox exclusive, whether they're timed or not, whatever. They have content to do that. And honestly, as an Xbox fan, I would actually prefer Xbox to be the publisher that can produce, you know, multi-platform games that feeds all platforms and still have something to feed its platform exclusively on its consoles and Game Pass in its ecosystem. But that's my video for today. Thank you guys for watching. As always, Xbox is the best box. I am the best spot. Good night or good morning if you're on the other side of the globe. I'm out of here. Peace.